What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to make an announcement about some of the upcoming videos to do with the Let's Talk series. I have spoken to a bunch of people at work and they would love to be on a kind of a debate kind of scenario. So that is planned. I actually have shot a couple of videos of, in one case, a group of people, and in another case, two individuals. And I could certainly post those, the individuals. I think the group ones turned out to be a bit better, more fun, because what's happening is that in the groups, they have people who are on both sides. So rather than me asking the questions, there's people within the group themselves that's asking somebody else the questions. So the first one that I shot was a bit disorganized, let's say. And I didn't have the right equipment to be passing the mic around to a bunch of people. And there are some concerns about doing this at the workplace. So the plan is to actually have people come here, and for which we'll have some sort of not a round table, but almost like a long table arrangement where there'll be people on two sides, not necessarily the for and against parts, but just generally the camera can shoot kind of from the long side of the table. I could be at the far end of it, so in the center, and then people that want to discuss or debate this, whatever the topic may be, have them on both sides. So the aim really is, what I'm hoping and trying to do is establish a location and also a setup that also requires a bunch of equipment to be kind of arranged and lights and things to be in place to support this kind of a shot, if you will. The videos I shoot for my normal channel, I guess my normal videos is done primarily in sunlight or daylight. So I use sunlight mainly for all of the light, and that way I don't have to set up a bunch of lights. Whereas these debates will most likely be happening after work, and that means the sunlight is not as strong, or the sun is almost setting, especially coming winter now. Sun sets pretty early, can't rely on that light. So therefore I would need to set up a bunch of lights in the house to illuminate the place for so many people. And I will have a bunch of microphones and the standard setup, which I'm not, I have the equipment, but it's not set up for that. So I'm working on that, and I've talked to the people. You'd probably have one session during the week sometime, but that'll be outside. Let's see how that goes. And maybe I'll just cancel that and then do it on, let's say, my Friday evening after work. Have a bunch of people come over and have a sort of a debate thing. Now, the sad part is, at least with regards to dependency injection and mocking, even though people have a very good sense, as you can imagine, of my opinion or where I stand with regards to dependency injection and mocking at work, you can't work with me and not know my opinion on these two things. But nonetheless, it's not kind of in their face. Now, unfortunately, they have access to the videos, and I know a lot of people watch my videos at work, so the first two discussions may be slightly, let's say, altered, biased. And of course, if people want to rebuttal what I want to say, then they'd have that chance too. The aim was to actually produce these videos and publish them after I had shot the discussion parts. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and I didn't want to delay my normal stream of videos. So that's done. And therefore, the dependency injection and mocking debate parts people will likely come better informed either to give a pro or an against point of view. I know from the videos I did earlier, they were a lot more fun, but I was trying to be the interviewer without necessarily a bias, but at the same time, if someone said something that was either not clear or was not sort of well thought out or whatever, I would ask them a question for them to explain themselves better. And that was a lot more informative, if you will, where people were forced into kind of a deeper thought, if you will. In the upcoming debate version of so let's call them debates, right? On the upcoming debate versions, I've actually asked people I've given them like a set of things they need to come prepared with. Like, if you're for or against, whatever that topic may be, maybe some topics are not for or against, but let's say mocking and dependency injection, then come prepared with a succinct set of bullet points for why you're for or against. And I'll go around the table, if you will, and have each one state their position. So the viewer it's easy to understand where do they stand. And then, I've asked them to carry like a, paper and pen they can take notes while somebody else is talking. If they have a question on that person, rather than interrupting the person right away, to jot them down, and then once the person is finished talking, then others who had questions of him or her could ask them those questions, and then kind of go around the table like that. So I'm thinking it'll be a lot more organized, plus it won't be at the workplace, so none of us has to be concerned about violating some unheard of rule, about taking these kinds of videos and posting them on YouTube. And so I just wanted to give you an update on that. This is coming. I haven't forgotten. In fact, everyone's so excited about doing these videos. I'm actually very amazed that people would want to do this, and it's actually very thrilling for me to see, because a lot of these people are people that I have trained. And so maybe some of there's some sort of an influence there, but there's a lot of people who came to training with pre-existing experiences, and I may not have influenced them as much, if you will, in their take on certain things. And of course, we're going across different technologies, so mocking and dependency injection is a huge deal for me. So it's very obvious, and if you interact with me, that you would be a convert, like, within 10 minutes. But there are so many other techniques, technologies that we can be talking about or debating about, in the future, that I think will still be interesting, and it may not be a completely polarizing kind of concept or technology, but certainly you'll get points of view from people's points of view, and where they stand and what they like and dislike about a certain thing. So, it could be some discussions are not even I'm for or against. I have my own take on it. I like it for these reasons. I dislike it for these reasons, and I'll use it for these situations and not for those situations, and so on. So I just want to make this quick video and let you know that I hear you. I'm excited. The people are excited, so I appreciate them taking out time to have these debates, come home after work, and spend time. Most likely it'll be like on Friday nights, so I'm not sure I would be able to. If we do this, I'll shoot it, but I won't be able to edit it and post it. Saturday morning is when I make my regular videos most of the time, and all of Saturday then goes in the editing and various other things that I have to do in between. So the best I would be able to do something would be to publish the debate videos on a Sunday or maybe a Monday, So I don't know exactly how I can make the time to do the sort of post-production parts. but it's very encouraging to see people from work also wanting to come and debate and stuff. And I think once we gain traction, this would be a pretty cool thing. And maybe then we go out to other local user groups and things that we have other people, or maybe catch people from outside of the company, outside of the workplace, get interesting people with their points of views as well. Highly opinionated people who, like me, who might have their own reasons for why they do or like or don't like things. So anyway, that's all I have, and I will see you next time.